excellent routine. She is really strong here at this competition. It's the best I've ever seen her look. She's very aggressive. She knows exactly what she wants to do, and she's going for it here.
After the first rotation, Christy Henrich overtook the lead. So now Wendy Bruce is chasing her. And this is only going to help her cause.
We might remind you, ladies and gentlemen, of how the scoring is operating. These athletes came into this competition with a score that represented 30% of whatever score they received in championships at the USA. And on even bars, the score for
We've got a full house here at the ASU Activity Center on the campus of Arizona State University. And now it is time for our next competitor on the uneven parallel bars, Jenny Esther, to do her routine. She's a high school sophomore.
The audience is in for a treat here with this routine. This is one of the best routines that will be done in this competition. She has excellent swing.
She's the gymnast we spoke about at the top of the show. The world is watching this young lady on the unevens. She's very young, her potential unlimited.
I really think she could final in this event at the World Championships. She's got to make the team first. Giant swing, most beautiful giant swings I've ever seen. To a pirouette, Jaeger front. Oh,
no.
She missed the Jaeger front. 0.5 of a point deduction. And as I said earlier, she's in one of those jeopardy spots. She's sitting in 5th right now, and you just can't afford to make those breaks. It's a sign of a young, inexperienced gymnast. It's a lot of pressure here. Giant swing to a reverse hecht. Beautiful form. And a tuck double black. Oh. What a shame, because it's a beautiful routine. I've never seen her miss her optional routine. She had trouble on compulsory bars yesterday. I just think I really believe it's the pressure that gets to her. So definitely not technical mistakes she makes. Pirouette right over the top. Now watch here. Nice height up over the bar.
Looks good.
Just doesn't get her hands on the bar. Bounces right off. She actually hits on her wrist.
Actually, maybe hit too hard?
Well, she hit in the wrong place, because if you can't catch with these grips on there, the long grips, see, she's on her wrist.
Yes,
her hands are not on the bar. She actually tries
Yes.
to bounce off her wrist, get her hands on the bar, and regrasp, and just missed.
Couldn't work it. Oh, what a tough break for Jenny Esther. Recapping the scoring, Christy Henrich on the unevens received a 9.812. And Jenny Esther, unfortunately with the fall, scores a 9.175. So the adjusted all-around standings after 2 rotations. Christy Henrich still the leader, followed by Wendy Bruce, Sandy Woolsey, Shelley Stack. Jenny Esther still in 5th, but she's opened the door.
And the battle is on between these gymnasts for those final coveted spots.
Amanda Riley along with Kathy Johnson, and we are ready now to begin our 3rd rotation, and this is a familiar face, Christy Henrich. Christy's about to compete on the balance beam, which has been the Waterloo for several gymnasts in this competition. Christy currently is our leader, you'll recall, after 2 rotations.
She's competing very well today. One arm back handspring up to the balance beam. Very, very confident here. Switch leg leap, right into a jump. These are a lot of her special requirements. She's getting them out of the way. Setting up for a very difficult pass. She's the only one I know that does this. Back handspring, layout step out, right into a layout step out with a half turn. Excellent. That is such a difficult pass, and she goes right into the gainer back handspring. It's always nice to see a gymnast that's been obviously working very, very hard. Her consistency is showing that.
Now that's unusual. A stride leap sideways on the beam like that.
Christy has a good combination of difficulty in the routine with the acrobatic elements, but also nice form and nice dance.
She has really got some originality in this routine. Both in that tumbling pass with that half turn out, and then with the stride leap sideways on the beam.
It's her dismount sequence. Back walkover, 2 back handsprings to a double twist. Wow. She's really improved on that dismount too. She had the large hop at the end, but in the air she was much better than at championships. Cleaner form. The extra work has definitely paid off for Christy. She got to the gym early today and was up on that balance beam, working these skills. 2 layout step outs right into a half turn, and goes right into a gainer back handspring. Very nice pass on the balance beam.
Very difficult pass. Now here's the leap.
It's what you're going to need to compete with the Europeans.
A stride leap facing sideways on the balance beam. I haven't seen that before.
I've seen it a couple times, but she does it quite well.
And now we are looking at Sandy Woolsey. She is ready to compete on the floor exercise event. This is our first chance to see the floor event. I love the choreography so much more now that we can use full musical score, not just the piano.
I think it really adds to the excitement of the routine, involves the audience more, a lot more energy. Alternate path, it's a whip back through to a triple twist. Music is the theme from the Winter Olympics, getting in the Olympic spirit. And in reading all the bios, all these girls want to make the 92 Olympic team.
First this, then 92.
The middle pass is a double tuck. Good landing on that. Gymnastics series, 3 elements in a row. That's one of the special requirements on the floor exercise. And a double twist punch front. Good ending pass. Nice routine for Sandy.
Difficult dismount. Strong finish.
She had a beautiful first pass, very difficult, and did it quite nicely.
Score for Kristen Kenoyer on balance beam, 9.35. And our next athlete up is from the Parkettes.
Now here's that first pass. She does a whip back through to 2 back handsprings and a triple twist.
Wow.
Gets that all the way around. Nice move. And here's her last tumbling run. She does a double twist and then punches right into a front somersault. Good ending.
This was our first opportunity to look at the floor exercise event. Let's go through some of the requirements for this apparatus.
I pointed out the first one in Sandy's routine, the gymnastics series with 3 elements. Then they have to have a gymnastics B, which is a dance element of B value, 3 different tumbling series, gymnastics acrobatic series, which again is combining the dance and the acrobatic series directly connected. And of course, a minimum of a B dismount. Of course, Sandy really did more than a B dismount, D plus bonus.
Sellout crowd here at Arizona State University, and they're really getting their money's worth. These are the World Championship team trials. What they are trying to do is compete for a berth on a team. There are 16 gymnasts vying for 8 slots, and those 8 gymnasts will head to Stuttgart, Germany to represent the United States against the rest of the world. And this, of course, lays the foundation for the Olympic Games, because you want to get your name known by the international judges. And if you can do a good job at these World Championships as they lead up to the Olympic Games in '92, all the better for you. It makes your life a little easier if they know who you are and you're a gymnast to reckon with. One of the gymnasts to reckon with is this lady who's waiting to go on the floor exercise.
6'3",
Shelley Stepp.
She's really come back strong since USA Championship. She's had a great competition so far here. A strong uneven bar routine and nailed her balance beam routine.
Currently in 4th place in the standings.
This has become a very familiar routine with Shelley. A lot of energy is required to do this routine. Wait till you see it once it gets going.
Music is called Rebel Rouser.
She opens with a full twisting double back in pike position. Off to a good start. This routine is so fast-paced, it's very difficult to show good footwork. Starting your gymnastics acrobatic series. I say this every time I see this routine. I would hate to have to train it. Preparing for a middle tumbling run. Double twist to a punch front. She stepped off the floor. It's a 1/10 of a point deduction, going out of bounds, and of course the stumble will cost her. Final tumbling run. Double back, little low on the landing, but she pulled it out. Just a slight deduction there. Her major deduction will be on the middle tumbling run. She over-rotated that front somersault and stepped out of bounds as well.
We now have a 2-minute warm-up period for those in the...
It was a high-energy performance by Shelley Stack. The music started fast and only got faster, but she had some difficulties with the boundaries and some steps on her tumbling.
Gymnastics clubs helped sell over 500 tickets to this event.
Let's take a look at her first tumbling pass. It's a full twisting double back in pike position. She does it very nicely.
137 tickets were the Desert Devils.
Here's where the trouble was. She actually had a little too much energy in this.
Hard to believe.
Phoenix Gymnastics.
She does a 2.5 twist.
All of those who helped sell tickets for this
And then punches right into her front. You can see she over-rotates it and steps out of bounds. She's lucky she didn't sprain her ankle. She stepped off the edge of the mat, clear off the entire floor area.
And it's raised up quite a bit. There's coils underneath there and a platform, so this Florix mat is good 6-8 inches off the ground. Let's recap the scoring. We saw Christy Henrich very solid on the beam, 9.75. Then Sandy Woolsey on the floor exercise, a good showing, 9.637. And unfortunately for Shelley Stack, it was cute choreography, but it just didn't work out this day, 9.212. We'll be back with more from balance beam and floor exercise after these messages. Championship team trials. I'm Leandra Riley along with Kathy Johnson, and we are at Arizona State University, where we are in the middle of our third rotation, and the competition on the balance beam continues now with Jenny Esther. She was the standout on the uneven parallel bars, who unfortunately had a fall in the middle of a routine when the regrasp didn't work quite right on her release move. So let's see if she can rally back and do a strong performance here.
This will really be a test to the strength of her ability to compete, to really come back from a miss in a pressure situation. She's in 5th place here.
Each gymnast will be allowed to take her own coach to Stuttgart when they go to the team trials, so we'll be 6, 7, 8 coaches going.
Handspring, layout, step out. Working beautifully so far. Switch leg lead. Those are her 2 Sisson jumps. One of the special requirements connecting those series. Gainer layout, step out. She is really aggressive on this event right now. It's the best I've ever seen her in this event.
Nice dance combination.
Again, we mentioned one of the requirements is going down low to the beam. That was one of it. Back handspring to a tuck jump. Little hesitation there. She's doing her gymnastics acrobatic series there. Preparing for the dismount. Round off. Triple twist. Little bit off. Didn't quite get that twist around and hopped off to the side of the mat, but that was the only mistake really in the routine. And that is a tough dismount off beam. You see a lot of double backs, but very rarely do you see a triple twist. This is a dismount. Interesting view. You really see how quick you have to be with those feet, and you can see how off center she is. A little short on the twist, too.
9.487.
Floor exercise competition continues now with Wendy Bruce. This young lady is a teammate of Brandy Johnson, who's unable to compete due to an illness.